All right, before I change my mind, I'm going to work on this. I wasn't sure what I was going to work on today because I didn't want to do a video. But if I don't do this now, I'll never do this one. I've napped this before, and I think that there's two different colors. I think I've napped a blue and this reddish, coppery, glittery type stuff. It's typical glass. It's just hard to see. You know what I'm saying? It's so glittery that it's hard for me to see what's going on. But, well, I'll nap it. Yeah. And if it works out, I'll put it in the auction. Yep. Pretty easy stuff. I've been napping chert all week, so this is a good break. Hopefully it won't break. Yeah. I just shattered. Oh, I just showered my face with flakes on that one. With the little bits. Showered my face with, they call it shatter or something like that. Those little bitty flakes. I don't know. I have my fingers underneath too far out because sometimes it bounces off my fingers. It's not a good way to start because sometimes those flakes get itchy. You know, if they get down into my shirt collar, start itching me. Yeah, I think I might have my fingers sticking out too much. It looks pretty crushy on the edges, yeah. I'm thinking this is probably the biggest piece of that Goldstone that I've napped so far. I've just had little bitty pieces and maybe a couple slabs. Yeah, I think I napped a slab of this before. Oh, that's what I forgot. I got a big old quartzite stone I'm going to use as an abrader. I forgot to bring it in to the shop. Okay. Someone asked me what other common shapes are there for bifaces other than the teardrop shape. There isn't any other common shape. The most common shape is the teardrop. Other shapes are just variations on the teardrop shape. Yeah. Hold on. Okay, now we're ready to do a perfect arrowhead. Right? Right. Yes, yes. Wonderful, wonderful. Determinations are good. That's a plus. Yeah, it's too bedazzling. I'm having a hard time seeing the surface to judge the contours. You need to judge the contours so you can run nice flakes. Yeah. It does not appear to be divey. What I remember from this stuff is that it was snapping halfish. So I got to be careful with that. And by the way it looks, it's going to be crushing a lot on the edges. Yeah, my neck is already starting to get itchy from those flakes. Okay. Hopefully this won't take forever. Yeah, this is a bit of a challenge because I can't see it. And it's going to be, when I can't see the contours very well, I'm going to get step fractures. Let's see. Luckily, it's easy to nap. Oh, yes. Easy to step fracture also. Come on. I actually can see it better when I look through the viewfinder than I can see it when I look at it without the viewfinder. I don't nap while looking through the viewfinder, but I can actually see it better. That's weird. Maybe the light should be different. Let me scoot up a little bit so I can change the way the lighting is bouncing off the workpiece. Maybe if I'm... Yeah, this might be better. Yeah, I can see already. I can see already that it's going to... It's going to require some extra time, which I don't have, but it's all right. It's okay. It naps a little bit better than most glass so far. I'm feeling like it's snapping better than most glass. These flakes are not that bouncy. They're not flying everywhere, which is good. I don't like it when the flakes fly everywhere. Most glass is very bouncy, and the flakes fly all over my shop. These are staying put like regular stone. It is acting a little weird though. Anyways, I'm not going to do the play-by-play because describing everything drives me nuts. But this snaps more like heat treat than it does regular glass. It snaps like very high grade heat treat stuff. Heat treat rock. But it still crushes like glass. Yeah. Yeah, this side is just too flat. In order to get good flakes, I need to make it more narrow so I can have more of a convex surface. If the surface is too flat, it doesn't like it. Yeah. And it makes it harder to repair. It makes it harder to do the damage control when it's too flat. So let me just trim it, make it more narrow. I know I'm losing a lot of material, but oh well. I got it. It's free. I got it for free. Yeah. No big deal. For me. I forget how expensive this stuff is. Which is good. That way I don't have a problem with it. Yeah. Sometimes I get all concerned about the cost. If it's really expensive stuff, I think about it too much. If I overthink this, it doesn't nap. It never naps well if I overthink my napping. It never ends well. Yeah, it doesn't do much damage at all to the tool. It's good. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to try to make this surface smooth. I can make it lumpy, no problem. But the object is to make it nice and smooth. I missed it. It's not going to be perfectly smooth. The damage control is not easy on this stuff. Even though it flakes easy, some reason, it wants to be all crunchy now. It was doing okay before. It's not even that thin. It's supposed to go up and over those lumps. So it doesn't like it when it's too flat, and it doesn't like it when it's too convex. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thought that it would be finicky? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm not going to push my luck on this side. That's good enough. Yes. Mm-hmm. I like that it doesn't have these really, really thin, long, long, thin, narrow flakes. I like that it breaks up into smaller flakes. Yeah, that way I don't have to worry about getting these long flakes stuck in the glove and stuff. It breaks up into smaller flakes. Yeah, it's good. Okay, let's try something else. There we go. Concentrated force. It likes it. Just hope it's not hiding incipients on the edge. Some guys out there probably go, oh, I know where I can get tons of that. Well, if you can, do it. What did they do? The power went out? Let's see. I lost my light. Hold on. I don't know if I blew. If the breaker tripped or what. I'm just going to continue and then go inside it in a little bit. I think the light is still adequate. Yes. Maybe it's the... Okay. I don't know what happened. I lost the light for a minute there. But it's back. Okay. All right. The step fracturing is not good. I can't depend on the terminations. At first, it looked like the terminations were going to be cooperative, but no, it didn't do it. What am I going to do? I should probably close the door because that cold air is rushing in. And the light's back on. For some reason, it just decided to quit. All right, hold on. Yeah, we're supposed to get snow here in the next 48 hours. Oh, yeah. Snow again. But it's not going to last more than a day. It's not going to stick. All right, let's see. I need to get this surface nice and smooth. I don't know. If I can't depend on the terminations being smooth all the time, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Just going to have to leave in some of those nasty step fractures. That's not acceptable. Yeah, the terminations are weird. Sometimes they cooperate really nicely, and sometimes they are terrible. See, that termination was nice. So was that one. But when it really counts, it doesn't do it. See that? I guess when the flakes get really thin, it doesn't do it. Yeah, that's got to be it. When the flakes start getting really thin, that's when they start breaking up. Yeah. Let's see if I can get rid of those crackly little step fractures in there, and I'll just leave that one here. This side doesn't look too bad. I should be able to run a few flakes across and get rid of some of that crunchiness. But other than that, this side is convex and it's okay. It's just this stuff I don't like. And yeah, I'm making it very narrow because that's the simplest way to go about this. Okay. Yeah, nothing. I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm not going to try to get perfect contours on the surface to try to run really long flakes. I'm just going to go, well, it just needs to be more narrow. Yep, that's it. You know what? I forgot to do something. Yeah. I replaced the copper bits, but I didn't sharpen them. Hold on. What's going on with this? Got my cooling water. As long as I don't spaz, it won't spill. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's get this edge nice and neat. Is there any undetached portions of this? No? That's not going to be an easy island to tackle because the best areas to attack it have already been messed up. You know, the best pathways are the shortest distance to it, but I've already used up those with step fractures. Unsuccessful attempts from the shortest distance to the island. Yeah, we'll see. Come on. Yeah, it might not be too bad as far as sharpening goes. It is very slippery though. Come on. Yikes. Yeah, it's probably going to be crushy at the very last when I'm sharpening the thin edge. On the thick edges, it's not that bad. I can remove flakes without much crushing. But as the edge gets thinner, I think it's going to be not cooperative. We'll see. I don't remember any of this from last time I did this, or made a point from this stuff. I don't remember any of this. Nope. I don't remember it being so slippery. And this is copper. It should not be so slippery. Copper pressure flaker helps to avoid slipping. But no, on this stuff, it doesn't care. Just remember, if you don't have trouble with the slippery stuff, you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry. I'm not talking to you. Yeah. I had trouble with the slipperiness. Okay? You can see with your own eyes. I mention that because sometimes it comes up. Yeah. It doesn't come up if I mention it, though. That's why I mention it. Yeah. I don't want to have certain conversations. Yeah. I don't know why you have a problem with that. I just do blah, 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 and it takes care of it. Or, if I were you, I would do blah, 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 and you wouldn't get that result. Like if I hadn't tried anything like that before. Yeah. I don't want to have the conversation that says, I've been napping for a long time, dude. I tried that. In fact, I probably tried 15 methods that you don't even know about. So I'm not going to talk to you about it. What other methods are there for pressure flaking? Mainly with just different shapes of the tips. Yeah. I tried squaring these off. I've tried flat tip. I've tried more pointy. I've just default back to the average, just rounded and not too pointy, not too flat, not squared off, just really easy to grind into it, or to grind that tip. Just simple pencil sharpener type stuff. That's it. Nothing fancy. And I just make doo-doo with what I got. Yeah. And I'll just deal with it. It takes too much brain power to try to remember, well, it's got to be a square tip if you nap blah, 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 and it's got to be a rounded tip if you nap blah, 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 and it's got to be a pointy tip if you nap blah, blah, blah. I don't want to remember all that. No. I'll just adapt to whatever I got. And it helps if I need to do a demonstration. You know, if I go somewhere and I don't have my tools and someone says, "You make arrowheads, can you make one real quick?" I don't have any of my tools. Well, here, you can look in the toolbox. Okay. In that case, I got to make doo-doo with what I got. So if I'm already used to making doo-doo with what I got, I'm all set. No problems. I'll adapt to whatever. Yep. You know, it's a bummer going, well, I don't have my toolbox with 147 different types of tools, so I can't do anything. I'm crippled. Yeah, I've spent years and years making arrowheads, but sorry, can't make one today because I need tool number 127 for that one, for that material. Yeah, sorry. Dang it, I thought you would be able to teach me how to nap. It would have been great. Yeah, well, I don't have my toolkit for teaching newbies either, so even if I did have tool number 127, if I don't have my newbie kit to teach newbies, you're out of luck still. Yep. I'd rather just show people how to make stuff with whatever they have available. And yeah, I know some tools work better than others because it's physics. Yeah, I get it. See, I tried to do what I'm supposed to, and that's what happens. See, I got the long flake, but then the side gets bitten. Yeah. Still have the issue with this flat side. I've had comments that say, "Oh, I hate that stuff. That Goldstone stuff, I hate it." Yeah, I know. I'm still having trouble seeing the contours of the surface. Yeah. If I got in there and pushed those, I could probably get them out. That one hit me right in the lip. I don't know. Is it good? It's kind of good. I think I'm trying to run these flakes into the center too soon. Yeah. Seems like it should work because on regular obsidian and regular glass, this size is not a problem. But this width, but on this stuff, the terminations are really nice until it gets thin. Everything is nice until it starts getting thin. Yep. It's pretty typical of lower grade material. The higher grade material does not change all that much when it starts getting thin. You can still thin it out with fairly predictable results on everything. But if it starts getting finicky as it starts getting thinner, it's not always you. Sometimes it's the material. It just doesn't like to cooperate at the most important times when it starts to get really thin. Yeah. Good material stays cooperative from the beginning to the end. Yep. That's one of the criteria. One of the criterion. What's good material, dude? Well, one of the things is it stays consistent in knappability from beginning to end. And there's no spots where it's all weird. Or spots where there's concrete, so to speak. That sort of thing. No voids, no internal cracks, no internal stresses. Sometimes if there's internal stresses, you'll get a weird flake every now and then because there's some kind of weird stress in there already. So there's different things that make material good material. Not just, oh, that's easy to remove flakes with. Oh, there's a lot more to it than that. Yeah, saying that it naps well means several things. If you really want to get technical and know exactly what you mean by that. In case you don't know. Some spectators, they might say, well, I thought it was just you adapting to the material. It doesn't matter what the material does, These little subtleties in the material should be compensated by your brain so you can nap it no matter what. No, it doesn't work perfectly. I wish the brain worked perfectly like that. It does adapt, but sometimes it gets confused. The brain gets confused. Oh, yes. Doesn't always know how to adapt to it. Gets mixed signals, or it gets mixed up. Or is not quite understanding what's going on. Especially if you're tired, or you've had a few beers, or you're angry at something. You just broke one previous and you're still fuming over it. Can't believe I just broke that. I gotta start all over again. Another piece, and I am ticked off. Oh yes, I'm back, but I'm ticked. I am royally ticked off. Yeah, that'll affect the napping for sure. I got these little steps. Oh well. It is interesting stuff though. I can see getting used to it. It would be worth getting used to. Yeah. Because this will make a nice pendant for somebody. Yeah. It's flashy. If someone likes flashy stuff. Of course, if you make pendants, the way I do it is I grind off the sharp edges. Yeah. Some people, they don't bother doing that, or they don't want to do that because it makes it look weird or feel weird. That's fine. I just tend to not want to have something really sharp dangling because I'm a spaz. I'll bump into something, it'll cut me. Yeah. It'll push that arrowhead pendant against my skin, and I'll go, "What's that?" Dang it. It'll distract me. You know, just when I'm doing something important. Or put my seatbelt on or something. You know, you have a cup of coffee in one hand, seatbelt in the other, and if that pendant pokes you when you're putting the seatbelt on, you drop the coffee and you jump and then you poke yourself again. Anyways, I don't wear jewelry or pendants or anything. So I learned. I tried that. I went through a stage where I would wear pendants. Well, a few little mishaps, and I said, no, this is not worth it. No. Besides, I broke one that I liked a lot. I said, no. Not going to do it. So what am I doing now? I'm just trying to regularize the edge to see if I can, take any more smoothing flakes. But I think I'm just going to leave the middle like that. It's not something that is predictably smoothable. You know what I mean? I can try to set it up to run flakes that are big and bold, but I don't even think it's worth putting bold flakes in there because it's too glittery. You can't see the flakes very well anyway, so it's okay if it's got lots of little random flakery areas that have lots of flakes on them. You can't see if there's too many flakes, and you can't see if there's too few flakes. So it doesn't matter. Yeah. See, that one behaved. Somebody's, I guess the setup has to be just right. Come on. There it goes. I didn't think I was going to step fractured like that. I was trying to be very cautious. Man, I cannot see that. That edge is hard to see. When things are hard to see, it does not nap cooperatively. Nope. That was dicey because it's snapping halfish. Anything that's snapping halfish, as I remember, maybe it's not snapping halfish, but if it is, I assume it is. Hitting the base is not a safe proposition. Nope, it's not a safe practice. But I didn't know what else to do. Don't know what else to do. I'm 52 minutes. I'm gonna try to wrap this up here. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna notch it here in a minute. All right, it worked. Are there guys out there that are selling these slabs of Goldstone? I don't even know anymore. I know they used to sell slabs of this stuff. Oh, that's not good. No. It's going to create incipients if you do that. Come on. I think it did it. It's smoothing that out reasonably well, I suppose. It's still got one flat side and one rounded side. I still can't get it to flake nicely on the flat side. Yeah, it does not like flat contours. Not at all. I'm just going to leave it like that because if I keep messing with it, I'm going to put a curve in it. I've already started. Yeah, I've already started the curve. Dang it. What are the dimensions before I forget? Yeah, let's see. 2 3/4 by 1 1/4. Yeah. I don't know. I suppose a larger piece would be okay. But yeah, difficult material is best small unless you're not going to sharpen it very much or whatever. With a large piece, if it's kind of crude, it might be worth making it larger. You don't mind it being a little bit crude, I guess. I don't know. That way you can prevent it from snapping in half. Smaller is a little bit more manageable because you can get flakes to travel on a smaller piece without much force. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to push downward to get the edge sharp. Yeah. I'm just going to do it the lazy way. Yeah. Sharpen this up. Just push downward to get it sharpened up. Otherwise, it's going to take me way too long. Come on. Don't make me get the spatula tool out. If it crushes too much, you got to get the spatula tool. Come on. It's so weirdly slippery. I don't even have a proper notching tool right now. Dang it. I modified my notching tools to pick out step fractures. The tip is sharp. I jabbed myself. So yeah, this is the lazy way, easy way to sharpen. Just push downward. Minimal inward force. Minimal. Sometimes it's even better to just push downward only. You can push inward to get a longer flake, but it's dicey unless you're used to it. It's dicey because it can create a step fracture right on the edge if you push inward doing this. All right, so what I'm going to do is, let's see, start the notches. Hold on. I'll start the notching here in a minute. What I'm going to do is start the notching with this pressure flaker and then finish up with my other ones. I think, let's see, I might be able to notch with this if I got to grind that down a little bit more. Because I strengthened these up to pick out step fractures with. It slipped. It's so slippery. That's my excuse. Dang it. Okay. Oh, I know. I got some other pressure flakers. Yeah, I don't need to use those other tools. Hold on. Yeah. I got this one. Yeah. And I got my other one. Got two of them. That's what I'll do. That's not hot. Yeah, it's a little bit hot. It's okay. It distracts me from the Flintknapping if I'm touching the hot metal. Come on. You're going to be slippery, non-cooperative stuff, aren't you? Yes. No. Yeah, that's good. far so good. It's best when it's squared off. It concentrates the force. Yeah, like that. Oops, I stalled it. I stalled it. How did I do that? Yeah. Okay. I hit the side. If I keep stalling it, I'm going to have to cheat with the file. Unless I get good pop outs. I can expand the notch a little bit if it stalls. No, come on. Okay. Squaring it off works good on the notching. I filed the top down a little bit too, but it's still a little bit rounded. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Yeah. Where was I? I don't even know. I was expanding the notch on this side. Yeah. It's a little bit better, not too much better. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to have to get the file out. I'm going to have to get the file. Yep. See, I can push harder and pop out big flakes and thin it down, but I can't be pushing that hard because it'll snap the whole thing in half. So that's what stalls it. I can't push very hard, so I'm not able to pop out large flakes. And when I get lots and lots of little flakes, it stalls it. Yeah. There it goes. I can't be pushing really, really hard. Did it do it? Kind of, sort of did it. No. I can't push any harder than that or it'll snap. And if it's not going to go with that little bit of pressure, I got to file it. That might work. Minimal filing, minimal pressure to get the job done. Yes. Yeah. Okay, that's good enough. It's starting to stall again, but and some of you might say, why don't, if the filing works so good, why don't you just use it continuously? Well, it takes time. Yeah. If it works that good, I should be using it continuously, but if I don't have to use it, I can save a little bit of time. For some people, that doesn't matter, but for me, the longer it takes, the more frustrated I get. Believe it or not. I make hour-long videos and hour-and-a-half-long videos, and I get frustrated if it takes a long time. You betcha. I tell you, this is a lot of work. I mean, this is not a lot of work. This is work for me to do stuff I don't like. What do I like to do? The easy stuff. Yeah. You should know that by now. I like to do the easy stuff. The easier it is, the more I like it. No notches, just leaf-shaped blades. Double-pointed leaf shape. See, this is already wearing off the top corner. I gotta put a top corner back in. Which means that this gets thicker as well, so. I like to have it tapered like this because it's stronger that way. If it's continuously one thickness all the way down, it'll bend when I'm trying to notch. And that is my nemesis. It can't be bending while I'm trying to notch because the bending will cause the sides of the flaker to hit the sides of the notch. Yeah, like that. It's gonna have a top corner. All right. Yes, yes. Did it do it? It's not doing it still. the natural reaction is just to push harder, and that's the opposite of what you need to do. Cannot be pushing harder in the bottom of the notch. That's the surefire way to remove a barb, is to push harder. Or snap it in half. It'll snap it in half, yeah. Come on. There should be a little edge I can grab onto. I wore down the corner again. Now it's a little bit stalled. Let's see if I can. Oh, it's still stalled. It's already deep enough, but I don't like that filed look at the bottom. Yeah, it still has file marks. Yeah, it's stalled. And it's slippery too. This stupid material is slippery. There it is. Wow, that took off a lot. But no more file marks. Good. Did I wear out the corner? Almost. Now I'm just going to make it symmetrical. Yes, yes. Scooped it. Yeah, I gotta quit messing with it. I would like to unscoop it there, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. If I mess with it more, it's just gonna ruin it. Yeah. Okay. I'll move one of the barbs by accident. I've been lucky so far. Put serrations in it. The base is kind of off. The point is not centered. I got to remove some from the base to make it more centered looking. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, on video, I don't want to do more on the notching. I could make them a little more, or a little less crushy on the bottoms of the notches, but I'm just going to leave it. I could go deeper also, but on video, it's just a big risk. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with it. I might, no, I'm not going to mess with it at all. Yeah, I'm already pushing my luck. But yeah, it wasn't too bad actually. So 1.25 inches wide by 2 and something. 2 3/4 by 1.25 inches. Yeah, that's not a bad size for either an arrowhead or a little dart point. This one is an arrowhead for an arrow. Yeah, I could make it more symmetrical, but let's see. Yeah, I think I can do it without messing it up. Hold on. Yeah, good enough. And the edges are just picked. They're not really that sharp. I just picked on the edges. The lazy way. Let's try the spatula tool. See how that works. Yeah, not too shabby. It is a little bit. See, this edge is thinner than that edge, so I'm gonna run one more pass down this edge. The thinning and sharpening pass. Do both at the same time. Yeah, the pad is interfering with the flake travel. You know, it gets real powdery at the end. When it hits the pad, it gets powdery. So I would need a slotted pad to make it look better. Yep. I think this also helped with the symmetry a little bit. Yeah. Still thinking about why the light shut off earlier. I think it might have a timer on it so it doesn't stay on all night if I forget. Because I had that light on all day. It might shut itself off automatically after 6 hours or so. Yeah. I really don't want to go check that service panel, see if any of the breakers blew. I wasn't looking forward to that. I don't have to. I was thinking, I gotta go down the basement, look at the panel, see what's going on. But good thing I don't have to. Yeah. I just go in the house, get a snack, come back out, and finish napping for today. I'm messing with this too much. But I'm getting used to working with it. Yeah. It's different than anything else. Yeah. It would look cool with serrations. Yeah. It's not that easy to get smooth. But you can run parallel flakes. These are not parallel, but they're in sequence. I can get better at running the sequential flakes. But it's not that easy to get smooth. See, it still has little crunchy spots. Yeah. All right. There it is. Interesting material. Not that I would want an apple out of it. Ah. All right, there you go. That's it.